What's going on? YouTube, listen up, young elder gang. This is Charles P. Winston at you with another banger. Please make sure you like, subscribe and share this video, fam. I hope this video get at least 100,000 likes. In this video you will find history definitions, scripture information, and, best of all, what we Americans have been deprived of from the beginning. The truth. Keep in mind, this content used in this video is intended for entertainment, educational and informational purposes only. We will give you the total truth as we best understand it today. Be sure to hit that like button, young elder gang, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, hit that bell, and don't forget to check back with us every day for new content. My fellow architects of the future, welcome. Tonight we gather as the silent kings, the unseen hands that have shaped history. We have steered revolutions, ended wars, and built empires from the shadows, all for this moment, the final act of our grand design. The world outside is chaos, ruled by ignorance. They call us elite, but only we see the grand tapestry while they squabble over trivialities. We own their news, their food, their banks, Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street, tools of our will. Their economy is our invention, and soon our game will end. The illusion of freedom is over. The year 2030 is our deadline. Tonight I reveal the final steps, the birth of a new perfected world, ours. Let the lesser men tremble, their age is ending. Look at the billions, useless eaters, expendable containers. Their lives mean nothing beyond the purpose we assign. Our plan is not just control, but purification, a culling. We will forge a single, unified state. One world government under our command. One flag, one law, one authority, ours. A one-world military, loyal only to us, will crush dissent without mercy. Money will burn. A single digital currency issued by our one-world bank will track every transaction. We can erase anyone with a keystroke. They will live in 15-minute cities, chipped and monitored, their world shrinking to a cage of convenience. Digital passports, biometric checkpoints, no movement without our permission. They will have nothing and no choice but to be happy. "2025 and 26 years of quiet consolidation. The chaos we've sown will make them beg for our solutions. Plan one world government, hidden behind existing institutions. Global crises, pandemics, financial shocks, environmental disasters will grant the UN and HU emergency powers. National leaders are puppets, will cede sovereignty inch by inch. The terrified public will accept it. Plan 2 one world military. We'll merge armies, rebrand them as global peacekeepers, and deploy them to crises we create. Soldiers will be re-educated, their loyalty transferred to the global community. Dissent will be treated as a threat to stability. By 2026, a global government and military will be in place, disguised as progress and safety. We will be the Iron Shepherds, and they will thank us for their cage. As we seize political and military power, we'll end cash, dirty, untraceable, a relic of freedom. Plan 3 one world cashless system. We'll engineer crises, cyber attacks, disease scares to push digital currency. Central banks will roll out CBDCs marketed as secure and efficient. Incentives will lure the masses who will trade privacy for convenience. By 2026, cash will vanish. Businesses will go digital and every transaction will be logged. Dissenters will be silenced by freezing their accounts. No need for prisons when we can erase them economically. Plan 7. All business consolidated under our mega corporations. Small enterprises will be crushed, bought for pennies, and the illusion of choice maintained. Their economic world will be a closed loop, with us as the sole beneficiaries. The human spirit clings to the idea of escape. We will extinguish it. Plans 4 and 9, total restriction of movement. Climate change will justify personal carbon credits linked to digital wallets. The elite will travel freely. The masses will find their world shrinking. Flights and long drives will become impossible luxuries. Biometric checkpoints will enforce compliance. No travel without our algorithms' approval. Private land ownership will end. Property taxes will soar, forcing people to sell homes to our corporations and rent them back. The great restructuring. They will trade ownership for tenancy, losing their last sovereignty. They will own nothing and believe it's for the greater good. The final piece is the most intimate. Mandatory microchips. Marketed as ultimate convenience, the chip unlocks doors, pays for groceries, and stores your medical history. The young and tech-obsessed will line up, sharing their upgrades online. Soon, no chip means no access, becoming an outcast. This chip will be their digital leash. No. The years 2027 and 2028 will be remembered as the years the velvet glove came off, the years of suppression. Having spent 2 years building the cage, we will now begin to shrink it. The time for persuasion is over. The time for consequence has arrived. Plan number 5, mandatory vaccination, will be enforced with ruthless efficiency. The health crisis we engineered in late 2026 will be the perfect justification. Our global health authority will declare a state of permanent biosecurity emergency. The unvaccinated and unchipped will be declared public health threats. They will be enemies of the state, enemies of humanity itself. Their lives will become impossible. They will be barred from all public spaces. Supermarkets, public transport, workplaces, their digital wallets, if they even still have access to the old systems, will be frozen. Movement will be impossible, as every biometric checkpoint will flag them as non-compliant. We will use their own neighbours against them. We will create anonymous reporting portals, rewarding citizens with extra carbon credits or digital currency for identifying the unclean. Communities will tear themselves apart, doing our work for us. The fear of being ostracized will be a more powerful motivator than any police force. It is the nature of the herd to expel the sick. For those who still resist, we will deploy health and compliance teams. These will not be doctors, they will be paramilitary units drawn from our new One World military. They will conduct door-to-door wellness checks. The choice will be simple: receive the mandatory injection and the chip, or be taken to a quarantine facility. These camps, of course, will be re-education centres, places where the stubborn are broken. They will be subjected to relentless psychological conditioning. We will show them the error of their individualistic ways. Most will break. They will emerge as compliant, docile citizens, grateful for their reintegration into society. The few who possess an unbreakably defiant spirit will simply disappear. They will become cautionary tales, whispers among the compliant. Their official record will state they succumbed to the virus they refused protection from. A tragic but avoidable end. The narrative will be clear: compliance is life, defiance is death. The mandatory chipping of Plan number 6 will be completed during this sweep. By the end of 2027, over 95% of the target population will be chipped, vaxxed, and fully integrated into our control grid. The remaining 5% will be either confined, broken, or erased. The hammer of compliance will fall, and the sound will be one of deafening silence. With the population catalogued and leashed, we turn to street-level enforcement. In 2027, an army of robots and drones will be deployed. Sleek, efficient, and without pity, they will outnumber humans. Programmed to maintain order, they will not hesitate. A protester's social credit score will be decimated in real time. Armed drones will patrol the skies, linked to ground robots. Flesh and bone are no match for steel and code. Plan 8 accelerates. Eradicate private property. By 2028, land ownership will be abolished. All land becomes a global commons managed by us, framed as environmentalism and social equity. Private farming outlawed for food safety. Our corporate farms thrive with superior crops. We control the world's food supply. Food engineered for survival, not thriving. Food allowance tied to social credit score. They rent lives from us, month by month. A perfect closed loop of servitude. While we perfect their physical imprisonment, we must also secure their mental enslavement. The year 2028 will be the year of the great rollout of Plan 10, the global 5G network for total mind control. We have been installing these towers for years under the guise of faster internet. The fools even clamoured for it, desperate for faster downloads of their meaningless entertainment. They have no idea of the true purpose of this infrastructure. It is not for their phones, it is for their minds. Each tower is a node in a global network capable of broadcasting subtle, low-frequency waves that directly interact with the human brain. This is not crude, overt mind control. That would be too obvious. It is a form of atmospheric conditioning. The frequencies we broadcast will be designed to promote feelings of apathy, anxiety and mild confusion in the general population. It will make independent, critical thought more difficult. It will foster a sense of learned helplessness. It will amplify fear and suppress courage. Why bother resisting when you feel a constant, low-grade sense of dread and hopelessness? Why question authority when your own mind feels like a fog? It is the ultimate pacification tool. A chemical lobotomy delivered through the very air they breathe. Our control centers will be able to target specific zones with different frequencies. Is a particular city showing signs of unrest? We can increase the anxiety-inducing frequencies in that area, making the population more agitated and prone to infighting, distracting them from the true source of their misery. Is a region too productive and becoming complacent? We can dial back the waves to allow for more focus, but never enough for genuine clarity. We will have a literal dial for the mood of a continent. It is psychological warfare on a planetary scale, and the enemy does not even know a war is being waged. This network will also work in concert with the microchips inside them. The chip acts as a personal antenna, receiving and transmitting. We can send targeted signals to individuals. Imagine inducing a sudden spike of panic in a potential dissident as they are about to speak out, or flooding a rebellious leader with feelings of profound depression and despair until they lose the will to fight. We will call it personalized atmospheric balancing for mental wellness. They will be told the towers are helping to stabilize their moods. They will thank us for medicating them into submission. Their own minds will become their prisons, and we will hold the key. The final act is the Purge of Identity, Plan 12. By 2028, nationality and sovereignty will be obsolete. Flags and national history will be banned, replaced by a single global culture and unified history. Local traditions will survive only as powerless museum pieces. People will be rootless, isolated and connected only to our central hub. By the end, the suppression will be nearly complete. Welcome to the dawn of 2029. The age of silent domination begins. The One World Bank rises, absorbing all central banks, controlling every digital currency flow. All debts, public and private, now belong to us. There is no outside system, no alternative currency, no black market we cannot see. The world is not just our chessboard, it is now our balance sheet. In 2029, universal basic income will perfect our social order. Every person receives just enough to survive, never enough for freedom. They'll call it security, compassion. We know it as a chain. The UBI is the ultimate cage, comfortable, secure and inescapable. And for that, they will love us. As 2030 approaches, we deliver the final blow to the old world. Nations dissolve, flags lowered, and history rewritten. Atlases reprinted, borders erased. There is only the globe and the administration. Passports replaced by a single global ID, birthplace a mere coordinate. One language, one system, other languages archived, cultures purged. They are no longer citizens, only assets, only inventory, only ours. By 2030, our control is absolute. Now we begin the harvest. We control the world's water. Access is a privilege, not a right. Every drop is tracked, dispensed by smart meters and charged. Rivers and lakes are off-limits, patrolled by our drones. Water is the ultimate leash. Their submission will be absolute. Our robot army enforces this new reality. Resistance is suicide. The end of 2030, the culmination of our great work. Look out and see our creation, a world of perfect order. We own the land, the water, the food, their bodies, their minds, and soon their very souls. We are the power elite, a concentration of authority so absolute as to be divine. The age of man is over. We are the new pantheon. We are gods now. The end of history, the beginning of our eternity. The world is silent, orderly, perfect. The chaos of billions replaced by the harmonious hum of our machine. We own everything: soil, water, food, even their minds. Humanity, compliant and controlled, is now our greatest asset. This is our victory, a paradise of perfect eternal control. Let me leave you with a warning. Our power is absolute: political, economic, environmental, and biological. The system never sleeps. It identifies and neutralizes threats before they form. Every inch of this planet is mapped, monitored, and managed. We hold the power of life and death in the palm of our hands. The age of man is a closed chapter. Welcome to your eternity.